Welcome to the No One Cares channel. It's your boy Troy, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk about former NFL star Bobby McCray. And Bobby McCray filed for divorce from Khadijah Haqq 1 year after she actually broke the news of their split. Now, there's a lot of divorces happening nowadays. I read something a while back that couples who got married before year 2015, they had an average length of marriage between the 10 and 14 year mark. But now in 2024, there's an average marriage length of about 7 to 8 years. So, I mean, the average time of couples being married has actually got cut almost in half. And I actually just wanted to talk about what happened in this situation because a little bit of biology and power dynamic happens. It usually happens in every situation to where you can actually look at the actions of the two parties involved, and if you understand the biology of men and women, and if you understand power dynamics, you can actually see what actually happened in the relationship. And actually, power dynamics are actually used in all relationships. So, in this situation, you know, a lot of things stood out to me. And right now, I want to read this article from Celebrity News before we get into actually what happened, what I believe actually happened in this marriage. It says, former NFL star Bobby McCray has filed for divorce more than a year after splitting from Khadijah Haqq. According to TMZ, McCray, age 43, filed court documents on Friday, August 16th, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for their split. The filing reportedly listed their date of separation, July 7th of 2023. So I guess they just been dragging it on since then. McCray and Haqq got married in 2010 and they shared 3 kids together. Christian, age 13, Celine, age 9, and Capri, age 3. And the retired athlete has filed for joint legal and physical custody of all 3. And it says McCray is also the father of Bobby III, age 20, whom he welcomed in a previous relationship. Per TMZ, McCray requested spousal support from Haqq, filing to terminate the court's ability to award her spousal support, and she has yet responded. So when we look at Bobby McCray, when you look at Bobby McCray, he's a former, college and professional football player. It says he has an estimated net worth of $10 million, but he's been out of the league for a long time. And of course, we know what happens usually when players get out the league. Usually when they retire, that's when they start having relationship issues. So, it says his last contract was in year 2010. So, when we go back to the Celebrity News article, it says at the very bottom, because McCray and Haqq, they were married for a while, but something happened. Something caused this divorce to happen. Let's look at what Haqq announced what she said when she announced their split. It says, now this was a post on Instagram in August 2023. It says, now more than ever, I've been relying on prayer. Family is so important to me, she shared via Instagram at the time. Unfortunately, life has brought me to a tremendous transition. After 13 years of marriage, 16 years together, and 4 incredible children, I have come to the intensely difficult conclusion that while Bobby and I have a great deal of love for one another, it's best we move forward separately. And then as you actually scroll down, it says Haqq noted that she did not make the split decision lightly, noting that the duo had kept their marriage private for the benefit of their family. She said, I share this not because I believe it's newsworthy, but so that we go about our lives with honesty and to begin the journey of co-parenting, she concluded. I'm so grateful for my incredible support system. Haqq and her twin sister Malik Haqq are known for being in some of Khloe Kardashian's closest friends, so she's cool with Khloe. So her and her sister grew up in the public eye, previously starring in the movie 2005 Sky High, and of course they was in the ATL movie. It says, when you scroll all the way down, it says, throughout their relationship, Haqq rarely spoke about McCray, but she opened up in 2019 about how the sports star initially caught her eye. She said, quote, I was very attracted to his stature and the fact that he's 6'7" at the time, 260 pounds, large, black, adorable man. She said on Ken side by side at the time, and he would put on tights every Sunday and cleats and crack quarterbacks for a living. I thought that was amazing. So really, it's hard for women to fall. They really don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with what you do. And she really fell in love with, his dominance on the football field. And it says right here, he hasn't been in the league since 2010. And she's actually, hanging around Khloe. So she's running into men that are still producing, that are still improving, that are still going after it. And so she's with Khloe Kardashian, around those type men, and then she's still actually doing things herself, to keep herself relevant. She has 2.3 million followers to his 28,000, I think, on Instagram. So she already feels like she has a higher social status than him. And, in this situation, he's actually filing for spousal support. So what's happened in this relationship is McCray, who's, he's 43, he stopped playing ball in 2010. So it's been, 14 years, and you haven't seen McCray doing anything of any type of relevancy. He's not sports casting, doesn't look like he's coaching football. He's not doing anything to stay competitive. And if you look at the pictures and different things like that, it seems like she's becoming more the dominant person in the relationship, and he's becoming more falling more into the female position. And it's really hard for a woman to differentiate you from a female or a child when you are no longer competitive, when you're no longer leading. And Bobby's no longer competitive or leading. He's been a free agent since 2010, and we're here in 2024, and he hasn't done a damn thing. And then when you look at the situation and the divorce, he's asking for spousal support. Usually women ask for that. And he's also, trying to cut it off so she can't, get any money from him. they're asking for joint custody. Now, I'm not, getting in the man's business about, he doesn't want to get his pockets ate up, but man, when you are competitive and you're on top of your game and you're doing what you're supposed to do, these type of situations are going to be reduced. They're going to be reduced. They happen a lot when these football players, when they get out the league, the women usually file for divorce because a lot of these sports players, they're emotional beta males. They're physical alphas while they're playing. They're financial alphas while they're playing, but they're emotional betas. And the women usually know it. The women usually know that a lot of these sports players are pretty weak because they've had yes men most of their life. They haven't really had to get their money out the trenches. They've actually been blessed with physical abilities. So it's different when a man has to actually get out here, create a way for himself to make a living, actually develop skills, improve himself, improve his finances, keep up with the changes in the demands of finances that the world constantly builds on a man. The demand for the finances are constantly going up year by year for a man. So most men, if you're going to be on the top, you have to constantly keep reinventing yourself. But when you are a football player, basketball player, you're blessed with physical abilities that actually give you a lot of money all at once at a young age. So you never really have to put in work to really develop yourself. So women usually can see the weakness in these men. They usually take advantage of them, and then the men are usually traveling while they're playing football or basketball. And then usually when the sports players retire, they're home all the time. The woman files for divorce because she's tired of them being around. That's usually how it goes. So in this situation right here, man, you just have a fella, Bobby McCray, that actually got comfortable. He actually got comfortable. He stopped being competitive in the world. He played football for a few years, got a little money, got connected, with Khadijah. He thought that everything was fine, but he didn't understand that Khadijah was still out here dealing with competitive people like Chloe, who was around competitive men, unlike her husband Bobby. And all it takes is for a woman to feel like she can do better, and she's out of there. If a woman can feel like she can do better, she's gone. Women are biologically hypergamous. God put this gene in them I don't have no problem with it. It's actually a good gene that, is put in females to make them always look for a stronger man, stronger option. And Bobby McCray failed to offset that female trait of hypergamy. She became certain that Bobby McCray was not going to get any more competitive. He was not going to level up any higher. So, once a woman's certain that you've reached your peak, they usually split. The way Bobby would have offsetted that trait is he should have became more competitive and kept improving. That would have kept Khadijah Haqq uncertain about his peak, which would have probably made her treat him and appreciate him more, which would then prevented him from wanting to file for divorce. So that's what we got going on, man. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your boy Troy. This is the No One Cares channel. Because until you change your mindset, no one cares. But just know one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. Because if you don't become the best version of yourself, things like this will happen, like what happened to Bobby McCray, and you'll find yourself with 3-4 kids and an ex-wife, and back out here on the market. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm out.